Welcome to Quantitative Aptitude video on simplification from careerright.com. This is the most important topic of quantitative aptitude. Since it is the base for everything, you can surely find 5 to 6 sums in every placement test, job interview, bank, MBA and other exams. In this video, we'll see some shortcuts, tricks and tips to simplify given sums and solve them quickly. Simplification can be practiced on careerright.com, which has practice tests as well as 1000+ aptitude questions. So let's start. One of the most basic rules of simplification or basic techniques of simplification is the V BODMAS. What does V BODMAS mean? Let us see. V stands for vinculum, okay? Vinculum bar. It is generally given as say 8 minus 7 bar. It is nothing but it is similar to a bracket. The brackets which we have, it is similar to that. So best way to understand it is just remember it is like a bracket, okay? Then B stands for brackets, right? O stands for the of operation. D stands for division. M stands for multiplication. A stands for addition and S stands for subtraction. This is the sequence in which we must simplify. That means if there is a sum, okay, if there is a sum, then first we have to solve the vinculum bar or the whatever operation is given under the vinculum bar, that we have to solve. Just like here we saw 8 minus 7 under the vinculum bar, that we have to solve first. After that, the second preference should be given to brackets. Now brackets are of three types: circular bracket, curly bracket and the square bracket. First you must solve the circular bracket. Second you must go for the curly bracket, and last preference should be given to the square bracket. After that, the of operation should take place. That means what is say 2/3 of 63. So this of operation which is there, this is similar to the multiplication operation, okay, but of operation should take place third. After that, division should take place, then multiplication, then addition and then subtraction at the last. Let us take an example to see what exactly do we mean. Say we have 17 plus 8 minus bracket open 15 into bracket 36 minus 8 minus 12. This goes over here, okay. So how we will solve? First we will solve the vinculum. What you get? 8 minus 12 is minus 4, right? This is minus 4, minus minus is plus. So what do we get over here? We get 36 plus 4, okay, that is nothing but 40. So let's write 17 plus 8 minus 15 and into bracket we have 40, right? First we need to solve the circular bracket, okay, it has only 40. Then we have to solve the curly brackets, that is 15 into 40. What do we get? 15 into 40, 17 plus 8 minus 15 into 40 is 600, okay. Then we solve the square, okay. Now over here you might say that addition comes before subtraction, but please remember this subtraction is within this bracket, so this bracket has to be solved first. So 8 minus 600 is minus 592. So we get minus 592, minus into plus becomes minus, okay. So we will get minus 575 as the answer. See how easy it is. Just remember V BODMAS, okay. Vinculum bar, bracket, of operation, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. We are going to see another example ahead, okay, but this is just an overview, or this is just explanation of the rule. Moving on. Second trick is rationalization. Now what does rationalization mean? Now let us take an example. Say if we have root of 1 upon root of 28 minus root of say 24. Now we have to solve this, or we have to find an answer for this. Now if we have root sign in the denominator, it becomes very complex to solve. So how to remove the root sign from the denominator? we use the method called rationalization. It is very easy. Whatever we have in the denominator, we just have to multiply and divide by that. Okay, multiply and divide by that. Only change the sign. If we have minus over here, we'll have plus. If we have plus, we'll have minus. Let us see how to rationalize this. Root of 28 minus root of 24 multiplied by root of 28 root of 24. Now here it was minus, so we'll write plus over here, divided by root of 28 root of 24. Again here it was minus, plus, so multiply and divide by the same thing, only thing is change the sign. Now what do we get over here? A minus b multiplied by a plus b. Okay, these denominators, it is a minus b multiplied by a plus b, and we know a minus b into a plus b is nothing but a square minus b square. So what you will get over here? Root 28 plus root 24 upon root 28 the whole square minus root 24 the whole square. That would be root 28 plus root 24 divided by 28. This gets cancelled, this square gets cancelled with this sign. So 28 minus 24 is 4. See how easily we got a very easy denominator by which we can divide and get the answer. Okay, this is nothing but rationalization. Whenever you have square root sign in the denominator and if you are not able to do anything else for simplification, try rationalization. Okay, moving on to next tip, squares and cubes. Again over here they might give you a value of say a or something like that, or a plus b, and they might ask you to find the value of a raised to 6 or a raised to minus 6 or a plus b raised to minus 6. So these are again the techniques which we can use. What you can do is a raised to 6 is nothing but a square into a cube. A plus b raised to minus 6 is 1 upon a plus b the whole raised to 6. So whatever value you get a or a minus b, you can take the square first, then you can take the cube. Okay, these combinations could be tried to achieve the desired result. Also it is extremely useful to know tables from say 1 to 20. Okay, tables from 1 to 20 should be known because it helps you for faster calculation and simplification. Also squares of numbers up till 30 should be known. You might think that this is very big and remembering all such stuff is very difficult and time consuming, but please trust me that if you by heart all the squares till 30, if you know the tables till 20, this would save ample amount of time in exam. Okay, squares till 30 should be known. Also, since you know squares till 30, you should know the square roots till the number, their square roots also, and you should know the cubes of numbers till 10 at least. I won't say till 20 or 30 like that, but at least till 10, that is from 0 or 1 to 10, you should know what are the cubes, right? Because they are very useful in solving the sums related to square root as well as cube root. You will be able to find the answer in just 10 seconds if you know the squares till 30 and if you know the cubes till 10, right? Now, basic formulae. Please by heart these formulas, by heart all of them. Why do we want to learn and remember by heart all these formulas? Because you will always find 1 to 2 sums which are related to these formulas. Very, very important. They might give you value of say a, they might give you value of b, and they might ask you to find a plus b square or a minus b cube or something like that. Or they might ask you a sum for which you might need to use these formulas, okay, or these formulas. These are very, very important formulas, extremely important. Please remember these formulas. We'll see what kind of sums may be asked related to these formulas. Okay, ahead we'll see those sums, but right now please remember it is very important to know these formulas because these are like sort of base, okay, and these would help you to solve the sums or decipher what is exactly going on, right? Moving on to another set of basic formulas. If you observe very closely, these sums are nothing but a plus b the whole square. These formulas are same as a plus b the whole square formulas. Instead of b, we have 1 by a. And when we expand, what happens is that we have a square, okay, we have b square, okay, and whatever 2ab it is there, this a gets cancelled with this a, okay, and we get just 2 over here, right? Now don't take a look at this right now. We'll see how we got this result, okay. Now same way we have a minus b the whole square, right? This is b, okay, we have a square minus 2ab, so we have minus 2 plus b square, so we have 1 by a square, right? Now if you see carefully, this is this plus this, okay, this is nothing but a minus 1 by a the whole square, and taking 2 over here plus 2, so that is written over here, that plus 2 gets plus 4, it becomes plus 4. So there is nothing much over here, only thing is that this formula has been written over here, and this is common for both. See, pay attention, it is not plus and minus, both are plus over here, right? And value of this is written as a minus 1 by a the whole square plus 2, because this 2 goes over here, and that plus 2 which is there, which comes over here, plus this 2 will give you plus 4. So there is nothing much. Just remember, this is the same formula as a plus b the whole square. Over here it is a plus b the whole cube, okay, a plus b the whole cube can be written, a plus 1 by a the whole cube can be written like this, a minus 1 by a the whole cube can be written like this. Remember these formulas, these are very important for solving sums. Moving on, simplifying series. Many a times in exams you might be given numericals or sums like say 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus so on till 20. So such series would be given. So it is very easy to solve such kind of sums by a series of shortcuts, like, or some tricks are there. You can take say 2 common, taking common is one trick, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on till 10. You can add these multiplied by 2 and you can get the answer. Or you might have something like this, x plus y plus z is z into x plus y plus z is something, then y into x plus y plus z is something. So for these things you can add all the things and get the answer. So there are, you can subtract, add, divide, you can try such things. Taking common is the most important one in solving series types of sums. We are going to see a few series type of sums ahead, okay. Just remember that whenever you get series, all these things can be done. Also apart from that, you might have a fraction like say 3608 divided by 1404. Now this is a very huge fraction, or both numerator and denominator are very huge numbers. If you want to simplify, what should we do? We should divide. We should always start with smallest number like say 2, then if you are not able to divide by 2, try for 3, then 4, then 5, 6. Whenever there are two numbers which end with 5, okay, if they end with 5 like 225 divided by 135, immediately divide by 5, right? If both the numbers end with 0, immediately divide by 10, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 20, right? Minimum you should try dividing all the numbers up to 20. Almost 95% of the fractions which are there would get divided by numbers between 2 to 20, right? So remember this simplification technique also, where you just need to divide the fraction and simplify it so that it becomes very easy to calculate, okay? So these are some type of tricks which you are going to use to solve further sums, right? But please remember the formulas, these tricks, right? Okay. Also there is another kind of sums in simplification, those are word problems. How to solve word problems? Please refer to the video on word problems on numbers, right? Problems on numbers. This video will give you a detailed explanation how to tackle sums which are word problems, right? They are very easy, you don't have to do much. Please take a look at this video. This is also very important. These problems which are there, word problems, can be asked under simplification, they can be asked under fractions, they can also be asked as separate sums. So take a look at these other videos also regarding on problem on numbers. So let us start the chapter on simplification, or start the questions on simplification, and let us see how to utilize the shortcuts, tips and tricks. Moving to question number 1. Find the value of m minus 1 by m if m plus 1 by m equal to 4. Now again, this is a very easy sum. Okay, we can solve it in two ways. We'll see the first way, which is nothing but a quadratic equation way. How it is? M plus 1 by m equal to 4. So you can take m square plus 1 equal to 4m. That would give you m square minus 4m plus 1 equal to 0. You can try to solve this quadratic and get the value for m, then put it over here and find the answer. But we should not go by this way. Since it is a chapter on simplification, we should opt for a faster method. Now this looks similar to the formula which we have seen, 1 upon a, right? And we squared it. Same way, take m plus 1 upon m and square it. What you will get? You will get m square plus 1 by m square, a square plus b square, right? A plus b the whole square, a square plus b square, right? Plus 2ab, 2 into m into what is b? 1 by m. So what you will get over here? M square plus 1 by m square would plus 2, right? But we know m plus 1 by m is nothing but 4. So that is 4 square, that is 16. So m square plus 1 by m square is what? 16 minus 2, 14, right? We got this. Now moving on, what do we want? We want m minus 1 by m. We'll write it over here on the right hand side corner. M minus 1 by m, value of this. Square this also. What you will get? M square plus 1 by m square into minus 2, correct? Now this is the value. What is the value of this? 14. 14 minus 2, 12. So m minus 1 by m, the whole square, is nothing but 12. So now we need to find out m minus 1 by m. What it will be? Let us see. M minus 1 by m would be nothing but 2 root 3, because 12 is nothing but what? 4 into 3, okay, and root of 4 is 2, so answer is 2 root 3. See how easily with this formula we got the answer. There is no need to find factors or anything like that. There is no need to go by the quadratic method. Use such formulas to solve the sum. Whenever you see such kind of sums, m plus 1 by m, try to find the answer using these formulas, right? Just square them, right? Moving to next question. Find value of a square plus 2a plus b square divided by a cube minus 2a square if a plus b square by a equal to 2. Again, very easy. Let us see where we can do it. Now over here we see that this is like the formulas which we have seen, like the basic formulas, but they are not exactly in the same format, right? So let us see what we can do. Okay, take this, what we have, a plus b square upon a equal to 2. So we will have a square plus b square equal to 2a, right? So what we will have? We will have a square minus 2a plus b square equal to 0. Okay, also what we can say is that a square minus 2a would be equal to minus b square, right? So let us see what have they given. They have given this, which can be written as a square plus b square. We already know is nothing but 2a plus 2a upon a cube minus 2a square. If we take a common, what you will get? You will get a square minus 2a, correct? So we will have 4a upon a square minus 2a, value is minus b square. A gets cancelled, you get minus 4 upon b square as the answer. See, very easy. Even if it was not in the format which we want, we started solving the equation, we got some values, we tried substituting it and we got the answer. Now whenever if you want to find value of some equation and something is given, always remember at the end of the day you have to substitute over here. So try to bring this thing in some format like this. Okay, here what we did, we took this thing and brought it into a square plus b square format. So we were able to replace a square and b square, right? Moving to next question. Question number 3. Find value of a cube plus b cube plus 3ab when value of a plus b equal to 1. Again, very easy sum. it is directly related to formula. Now whenever you see a cube, b cube, 3a cube, always remember that it must be related to formulas like a plus b the whole cube, a minus b the whole cube, or say a cube plus b cube, like that. Okay, so cube formulas. But if you by heart the formula, immediately you will recognize that this is the formula for a plus b the whole cube. That would be equal to a plus, that would be equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Now we know value of a plus b, that is 1. So what do we have over here? 1 cube would be equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into 1. We just want the value of this, that is nothing but 1. So the value of this is 1. See how easy it is. Moving to question number 4. What is a value of 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 raised to 6 divided by 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 raised to 7 into 3 raised to 4. Now this is actually a very easy sum, but it becomes easy only when you know two concepts, or very small two concepts related to indices and surds. Okay, very easy. You will be learn these concepts over here only, because it would be very useful to solve further sums as well as any sums related to indices and surds. Say we have a raised to m and then we multiply it with a raised to n. Then the answer for this would be very easy, a raised to m plus n. So if we have say a raised to 6 multiplied by a raised to 2, it would be a raised to 6 plus 2 equal to a raised to 8. Now we have multiplication, so what it would be for division? Divided by a raised to n, what will be the answer? Yes, you guessed correctly, it is m minus n. Okay, so if you have a raised to 3 divided by a raised to 1, that would be equal to a raised to 3 minus 1 equal to a raised to 2. You can prove this. It is a raised to 3 divided by a, it would be simply a square. Okay, see how easy it is. There is nothing much. Very simple formula, a raised to m into a raised to n is nothing but a raised to m plus n, and a raised to m divided by a raised to n is a raised to m minus n. Let us see how to use it to solve our formula. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 3's. So 3 raised to 6 into 6 divided by 3 raised to 4 raised to 7 multiplied by 3 raised to 4. Now we have seen these two formulas. There is another formula, a raised to m. If it is raised to n, what is it? You have seen earlier, it is simply a raised to mn, correct? So what it would be? 3 raised to 6 6 are 36 divided by 3 raised to 4 7s are 28 into 3 raised to 4. Now we have seen the rule at the start, V board mass. So division comes first, multiplication later, right? So this would be first, this would be second. So 36 minus 28, so 3 raised to 36 minus 28 multiplied by 3 raised to 4. What do we get? 3 raised to 8 into 3 raised to 4, that would be 3 raised to 12. This is the answer. Moving to question number 5. What will be value of root of 0.0016 into cube root of 80 lakhs divided by cube root of 0.000512 into cube root of 0.0064? This is very easy sum and we have already seen this in the square root and cube root video. Okay, so check out that video to see how to solve these kind of sums. Here we'll directly use the trick. There I have taught the trick, right? So what is the square root of 0.0016? Don't consider zeros, just take the just take the digits. Square root of 16 is 4. Now there are 4 decimal places after the decimal point. So if there are 4 decimal places in the square root will have 4 divided by 2 decimal places. So all we had one decimal place as 4, second is 0. So answer is 0.04. Now cube root of 80 lakhs. Okay, 80 lakhs, that can be written as cube root of 8 into 10 lakhs. Right? What is cube root of 8? 2 into 10 lakhs. What do we get over here? 10 lakhs. Now How many zeros are there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If there are 6 zeros in a cube, then the cube root will have 6 divided by 3 equal to 2 zeros. Okay. So this one which is there, the cube root of 1 is 1. So what we will have the answer as 2 into 1 and 2 zeros. So 200, right? 200 is the answer for this. For this the answer is 200. For this the answer is 0.04. For this 512 is the cube root of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 decimal places after the decimal point. So in the cube, so cube root will have 6 divided by 3. Okay, 6 divided by 3, 2 decimal places. So we will have 0.08. And for this is the cube, 64 is the cube root of 4. There are 3 decimal places after the decimal point. So the decimal, so the number, since the cube has 3 decimal places, cube root will have 3 divided by 3 equal to 1. That is 1 decimal place, that is 0.4 would be the answer. So let us simplify. What do we get? 0.04 into 200 divided by 0.08 into 0.4. This comes out to 2, this comes out to 100. So we have 100 divided by 0.4, that comes out to 250. This is the answer. Moving to question number 6. What will be value of C if A into A plus B plus C is 85, B into A plus B plus C is 96 and C into A plus B plus C is 108. Now please remember, whenever you find such repeating things, okay, over here or any other sums like say in work and time etc., always use the following trick. Okay, this should be the first preference for solving such kind of sums. What should be the preference? Simply add these things. What you will get? A into A plus B plus C plus B into A plus B plus C plus C into A plus B plus C would be equal to 85 plus 96 plus 108. Simply take A plus B plus C common. What do you get? You get A plus B plus C, that would be equal to 289. A plus B plus C, the whole square would be equal to 289. Taking square root, 289 is the square of 17. This is the reason I said that you should remember squares of numbers till 30, because it becomes extremely easy to find square roots in such kind of sums. Value of A plus B plus C is 17. Now we want the value of C. We already know C into A plus B plus C equal to 108. Value of C will be 108 divided by 17. We got the answer. Moving to question number 7. What is value of 13.8 into 1.9 divided by 5.7 plus 11.2 of 1 by 16 minus 1 by 20? Again, by looking we can say this is the V BODMAS type of sum, and we have to use these rules to solve the sum. V stands for vinculum, which we do not have. B stands for bracket, there is only one bracket, so there is no need. O stands for off, there is an off, so we will solve that first. Okay, 11.2 of 1 by 16, that is nothing but 11.2 into 1 by 16. The answer would be 16 into 0s are 7s are 1 1 2. Okay, now after of what we have to do? Division. So this would come, right? So what is this? 1.9 divided by 5.7. Okay, what you will get over here? Okay, let us solve over here so you will understand very easily. 1.9 divided by 5.7 plus 11.2 of 1 by 16 is nothing but 0.7 minus 1 by 20. Now we have to solve division. There are two divisions. Okay, this is one division, this is one division. 1 upon 20 is also a division. So we will solve both together. What you will get? 13.8 into 1.9 upon 5.7, right, plus 0.7 minus 0.05. This is 0.05. We will have 13.8 into 1 by 3 plus 0.7 minus 0.05. After division, what comes? Multiplication. Where is multiplication? It is here. So on multiplying, what do we get? 4.6 plus 0.7 minus 0.05. So you will get over here 5.3 minus 0.05. Why did we add it first? Because addition comes next, and lastly subtraction. So we will have over here 5.25 as the answer. Moving to question number 8. What will be value of m plus n if we know that root of 28 minus 6 root 3 is equal to root 3m plus n? Now again, this is easy. Let us see how we can solve these kind of sums. Okay, we have this, that would be equal to root 3m plus n. Now it is very difficult to solve whenever we have a root sign. Okay, so let us remove the root sign. How to remove? Simply square on both sides. What you will get? 28 6 root 3, because on squaring this, this and the root sign gets cancelled. Here you will get root 3 m plus n the whole square. Now this is a format of what? A plus b the whole square. And what is a plus b the whole square? A square plus 2ab plus b square, right? So if we can get this in this format, okay, what we can have? We can simply compare these two and we can get the answer. So let us try if we can get this in this format. Now over here we see there are two elements. One is a square plus b square and another one is 2ab. Okay, now this cannot be a square plus b square, because why? Because we have 6 root 3, already root sign is there. Generally in squares root sign is not there. So let us assume this is a square plus b square, right? And this is nothing but 2ab. Okay, so 2ab is minus 6 root 3. Okay, so that this can be written as 2 into minus 3 root 3. So this 2 and this 2, okay, it gets compensated. Now we have ab as minus 3 root 3. Okay, let us write this minus as minus 1, right, separately. Let us find ab as, let us take ab as 3 root 3 right now for solving or simplifying purpose. Now 3 root 3 is ab. So what should be a and what should be b? We can have a as 3, b as root 3. We can have a as root 3, we can have b as 3, we can have a as 3 root 3 and b as 1. Okay, there are many possibilities. Let us try which one will satisfy this condition. A square plus b square is equal to 28. A square is 9, b square is 3, 9 plus 3 is 12. So this cannot be the answer. This also will not be the answer. 3 root 3, a square is 9 into 3, 27. B square is 1, 27 plus 1, 28. This satisfies the equation. So a and b are this. A is 3 root 3, b is 1. So what do we have over here? If we substitute the values, what you will get? 3 root 3. Now we will not write plus 1. Why? Because we already have minus sign. Okay, so we will have minus of 3 root 3 is ab. So we will have over here 3 root 3 minus 1. Why minus 1? Let us see. ab, what is the value of ab? Minus 3 root 3. So what this will be? This will become a square minus 2ab plus b square. That is why? Because minus sign is over there. ab is minus over here. So this is nothing but the formula for a minus b the whole square. Correct? That is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here we will have a minus b, 3 root 3 minus 1 the whole square. That is nothing but equal to this. Root 3 gets cancelled, okay, or is similar, 2 is similar. Here m is 3, n is minus 1. So what is the value which we get? M as 3, n as minus 1. Okay. So what will the value of m plus n? It would be 3 minus 1, 2. See how easy it was? We did nothing. We just we squared the thing. Then we found out, we tried to compare this side with this formula. We tried to bring this into this format, okay, this into this format. We simply compared, we got the value of m and n, and then we found out m plus n. Moving to next question. Question number 9. On simplification of the following, the result will be, the equation given is, or the expression given is 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 minus 1 by 4 up to 1 minus 1 by 100. Now let us see what kind of simplification we can use over here. Okay. Now can we take something common over here? But before moving to that, let us see what we can get by subtraction. Okay. 1 minus 1 by 2. They have given subtraction over here. Let us subtract and see what do we get. 1 minus 1 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 minus 1 by 3 is 3 minus 1, 2 by 3. Then 3 by 4, okay, and so on. What we'll have? 100, 1 minus 1 by 100 is 99 by 100. So we see a pattern over here. What do we see? 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. So 2 gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled, okay. So since here it is 99 by 100, you will have over here 98 by 99. Correct? If you have 3 by 4 over here, this 3 is also there in denominator. So this 99 will also be over here, okay. So this will get cancelled, will get cancelled, this 4 will get cancelled, and at the end you will get just 1 by 100. See, 2 gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled, 4 will also get cancelled, this 99 will also get cancelled, and you get 1 by 100, that is 0.01. See, even the series sums we can very easily solve in simplification. We just have to think little bit how we can simplify the sum. Use various techniques, either subtract or add or take something common, okay. Moving on, question number 10. 4 raised to 61 plus 4 raised to 62 plus 4 raised to 63 plus 4 raised to 64 plus 4 raised to 65 is divisible by A3, B5, C11, D17. We have to find the correct option, okay. Very easy. This is like a series, right? So let us see how to deal with series. We have seen some tricks earlier, or we have discussed some tricks. Let us see how to apply them, okay. Now over here it is very difficult to calculate 4 raised to 61. So it is much better. Let's try to simplify this series. Let's take 4 raised to 61 common. What you will get? 1 plus 4 square, that is 16, plus 64 minus 61 is 3. 4 cube is 64 plus 4 raised to 4 is 64 into 4 is 256. That would be 406. 4 raised to 61 multiplied by 341. Okay. Now we have to find this number is divisible by which of the following. This is not divisible by 3. Okay. This is not divisible by 5. This is now let us see whether it is divisible by 11. No need to divide 4 raised to 61. You can, even if this gets divided, then also it is fine. 11 3s are 33, 11, yes, this gets divided by 11, so 11 is the answer. Okay, so this expression is divisible by 11. Moving to next question. Question number 11. If A equal to 4.36, B equal to 2.39, C equal to 1.97, then value of A cube minus B cube minus C cube minus 3ABC is. Now this is not a familiar formula, okay. We have not seen a formula of A cube minus B cube minus C cube, but we have seen a similar formula. What was it? It was A cube plus B cube plus 3 cube minus 3ABC would be equal to A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. We have seen this formula, right? But we have not seen A cube minus B cube minus C cube. But the trick over here, what we can say is that, what is the cube of 1? It is 1. So 1 cube is 1. What is the cube of minus 1? It is minus 1, right? Because we will have cube of any negative number is negative. Same way, what is the cube of B? It is B cube. What is the cube of minus B? It would be minus of B cube. So over here, okay, what do we have? We have A cube minus B cube minus C cube minus 3ABC. This is nothing but cube of minus B, correct? So we can write this as minus B's cube plus, same way over here, minus C's cube minus 3ABC. Now do we have it in the format which we know? Yes. So over here we have A cube plus B cube plus C cube. Here also we have A cube plus minus B's cube plus minus C's cube. So what do we know also about this formula? That if A plus B plus C, okay, is 0, okay, what will happen? 0 into this is 0, correct? So this entire thing will be equal to 0. See, we have A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC equal to A plus B plus C into this, correct? Since it is this into this, if this is only 0, what will happen? everything would be 0. What is a plus b plus c? Here a is 4.36. Now here b, we cannot directly write b as 2.39 because here we consider value of b as minus b. So what is b? Minus 2.39. Same way c is minus 1.97. On adding, you will get the value as 0. If this is 0, that means a plus b plus c is 0. That means this entire thing is equal to 0. So the answer of a cube minus b cube minus c cube minus 3abc is 0. See how easy it is. If you know the formula, you can simply use it over there and you can substitute values and check what is the answer. Question number 12. If a star b is equal to 2a plus 3b, then the value of 2 star 3 plus 3 star 4 is, please remember, a star b does not mean a multiplied by b. Here star is just used as a symbol to denote that a star b is 2a plus 3b. So a star b's value can be calculated by this 2a plus 3b. Same way over here. What we need to do? 2 star 3. Here a is 2, b is 3. 2 into a. What is meaning of star? 2a plus 3b. Correct? So 2 star 3 will be, a is what over here? 2. B is what over here? 3. 2 2s are 4 plus 3 3s are 9. What is the answer? 9 plus 4 is 13. Plus, okay, this is a now. This is b. What is a star b? It is 2a plus 3b. So a would be now 3. B would be now 4. 2 3s are 6. Okay, this would be 6 plus 3 into 4 is 12. That is 18. That would be how much? 18. 13 plus 18, that would be 28. 31. 31 is the answer. Don't simply multiply 2 3s are 6 plus 3 4s are 12 and write 18. A star b means 2a plus 3b. So you solve using this equation. Moving to next question. Question number 13. If 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to 10 square is 385, then 3 square plus 6 square plus 9 square up to 30 square is equal to. Now you might think that this is very difficult and lengthy, but actually it is not. Whenever they give something and then they ask to find something else, it makes our life very easy and simple, because on twisting this or this, okay, on twisting this or this, we'll be able to get the answer. First, this is very simple. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to 10 square as 385. So let us take this and see, let's see what we can do with this. 3 square plus 6 square plus 9 square up to 30 square. Now if we observe, we see that 3, 6, 9 are nothing but multiples of 3, but we cannot directly take 3 as common. So we can write 3 square as 3 square into 1 square. 1 square is nothing but 1. So 1 into 3 square is 3 square, plus 6 can be written as 3 into 2, correct? 3 into 2 the whole square, plus 3 into 3 the whole square, plus dot dot up to 3 into 10 is 30 the whole square. We know it would be 3 square into 1 square plus 3 square into 2 square plus 3 square into 3 square plus up to 3 square into 10 square. Now can you see a pattern forming over here? Now we can take 3 square common, and what do we get? 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to 10 square. But what is the value of that? That is 385 that they have given. So what you will get? 9 into 385. What will be the answer for this? It would be 3465. This is the answer. See how series sums also can be very easily solved if we just observe carefully and try to see what we can reduce or take common or add or subtract. Okay, moving to question number 14. Simplify. 0.72 into 0.72 into 0.72 minus 0.39 into 0.39 into 0.39 divided by 0.72 into 0.72 plus 0.72 into 0.39 plus 0.39 into 0.39. This is nothing but 0.72 cube minus 0.39 cube. Okay, right? So here writing in decimal becomes very difficult or tedious and you might make mistakes. So let us assume that 0.72 is A, okay, and 0.39 is B. So what you will get over here? A cube minus B cube divided by what is this? 0.72 into 0.72, that is A into A square plus AB plus B square. Okay, do we know the formula for A cube minus B cube? Yes, we know what it is. A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square divided by a square plus ab plus b square. Okay, this gets cancelled. What do we get? A minus b. What is a? 0.72 minus 0.39, that would be equal to 0.33. See how very easily and quickly we got the answer. If you know the formulas, you will get the answer in hardly 15 to 20 seconds. You just need to substitute or put the formula. Moving on to question number 15. For what value of star the statement star upon 15 into star upon 135 is equal to 1 is true? What have they given? Star upon 15 multiplied by star upon 135 equal to 1. Now this statement has to be true. That means you have to find the value of star. Okay, what do we have? Star square would be equal to 15 into 135. So if we take the square root of this, we can find the answer. Now do not multiply this and then take the square root. Okay, that would be tedious and you will make mistakes and it would be difficult to find the square root of a larger number. So what to do? Very easy. Write the factors for 15. 5 into 3 is 15. Write the factors for 135. 135 can be divided by 5. So 5 into 5 2s are 10, 35 is 7, 27. So we have 5 into 3 into 5 into 27 is nothing but 9 into 3. Correct? We have 5, 5. Okay. So we'll have 5 square into, we have 3 and 3. We'll have 3 square and 9 is nothing but 3 square. Okay, 3 square. Okay, so we have star square as this. On taking square root, star would be 5 into 3 into 3, 9 5s are 45. This is the answer for this. For the value 45, this equation holds true. Question number 16. The value of 1 upon 1 plus root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 plus root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 plus root 4 plus dot 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 plus 1 upon root 15 plus root 16 is, so we have to find the value of this. Now this is a series. Okay, now let us see, can we take add? Okay, no, addition would be a problem because at the denominator we have root sign, it is difficult. Can we take something common? Again it is difficult, we cannot take directly something common. So what to do? Since we have root sign in the denominator, what have we learnt? We rationalize. Okay, how to rationalize? Very easy. Rationalize each term. 1 upon 1 plus root 2 multiply and divide by 1 minus root 2. Okay, 1 minus root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 plus root 3. Rationalize this also, root 2 minus root 3. Okay, root 2 minus root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 plus root 4 multiplied by root 3 minus root 4 divided by root 3 minus root 4. It goes on up to 1 upon root 15 plus root 16 multiplied by root 15 minus root 16 root 15 minus root 16. So what do we get? This is a plus b, this is a minus b. So at the bottom we will have 1 minus root 2 upon, at the bottom it would be a square, that is 1 square is 1, and root 2 square minus b square. What is root 2 square? 2 plus root 2 minus root 3 upon root 2 square is 2 minus root 3 square is 3 plus root 3 minus root 4 upon 3 minus 4 plus continuing, what we get, root 15 minus root 16 divided by 15 minus 16. What you will have over here? 1 minus root, this 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So we will have minus 1 into 1 minus root 2. We will have, what we will have? Minus sign root 2. Again 2 minus root 3 is minus 1. Okay, so we will not consider 1, we will just consider minus sign. Plus and minus sign is minus. What do we get over here? Root 2 minus root 3. Again over here minus sign. Root 3 minus root 4. Dot dot dot. Again minus sign. Root 15 minus root 16. What you will have over here? Minus 1 plus 2 minus root 2 plus root 3 minus root 3 plus root 4 dot 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 minus root 15 plus root 16. This gets cancelled, this gets cancelled, same way this will get cancelled and this will also get cancelled, and what you will get? Minus 1 plus root 16 minus 1 plus 4. 16 square root is 4. Answer is 3. Okay, see how easy it was. Moving to question number 17. The value of 25.25 minus 23.23 plus 24.24 is, now this is very easy sum. Where people make mistake or consume time is that they directly start adding and subtracting. Okay, that takes time. How to solve this quickly? Very easy. Don't directly add or subtract. Take the numbers before the decimal point. What it is? 25 minus 23 plus 24. 25 minus 23, 2 plus 24 is 26. Take numbers after decimal point. What it is? 25 minus 23 plus 24. Again, we'll get here 26. But this is not plain 26. It is 0.26. Why? Because there is decimal point. Answer is 26.26. See how easily in hardly 10 to 15 seconds you got the answer. Please remember, in simplification, you just have to use your brain, think a little bit and try to apply the shortcut tips and tricks which we have learned up till now. Any type of simplification sum could be solved by those. Okay, these are very basic things. Try to use a combination of tips to solve the sums. They are very easy. Don't worry, don't get afraid, don't think that they are very lengthy as such. Just try to find a simplification technique which applies and solve the sum. Okay, please remember the tips as they are very helpful in exam. Do share the video with friends and give it a like if you liked it. Leave your comments and suggestions for us. You can even request a video on topic of your choice. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated about upcoming videos and tutorials.